My parents sneered. You'll never measure up to your brother. I stood up and said, then tell him to cover all the bills. Can you imagine saving your family home from foreclosure? Pouring your entire life savings into it, only to watch your parents casually hand your sister the keys to another house? Like it was nothing? What happens when you realize your biggest act of love was a secret, but their gift was just a desperate, tangled lie? Transition to more natural conversational camera angle. Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Adams, 29 years old, and I still remember the absolute sting of those words. Christmas morning last year, my parents, Robert and Margaret, they were all smiles, handing my sister Emma a small box. Inside, a brand new house key. I mean, an entire house. When I dared to ask why, my dad just patted my shoulder, that familiar, dismissive gesture, and said, "You'll understand someday." I stayed silent, watching their little celebration, until finally, Dad opened my gift. And his smile, it vanished, instantly. Growing up in our suburban Boston home, the dynamic between Emma and me, it was always complicated. We're only 2 years apart, but honestly, it felt like we lived in different universes in how our parents saw us. Emma, the free spirit, the artist, with her flowing auburn hair and paint-stained fingers, she was always the apple of their eye. Even in her late 30s, struggling financially, they never stopped praising her creative spirit, defending every single one of her choices. Then there was me, Stephanie, the practical one. I was the academic achiever, the scholarship winner at Northeastern University, the one who built a successful career as a financial analyst in downtown Boston. By 29, I had a great apartment overlooking the harbor, a healthy investment portfolio, all the stability my parents supposedly preached about. But somehow when I achieved it, they never seemed to value it. Numbers are safe, Steph, Dad would say, whenever I shared a promotion or a bonus. He always found a way to make my achievements sound like I'd taken the easy way out. Emma's really putting herself out there with her art, he'd add usually. Putting herself out there, for Emma had translated into over a decade of my parents covering her rent, paying off her credit cards, financing art supplies for projects that rarely, if ever, materialized. Meanwhile, I'd been financially independent since graduation, never once asking for a dime after I left for college. Our family gatherings became predictable. Emma would show up late, usually with some fresh crisis. A gallery that fell through, a boyfriend who just didn't understand her vision. And my parents? They'd instantly rally around her, offering solutions, money, endless emotional support. I'd just sit quietly sipping my wine, honestly wondering if they even remembered I was in the room. Thanksgiving the year before had been particularly rough. I'd just closed a major account at work, securing my position during company-wide layoffs, and I was about to get a huge year-end bonus. When I tried to share the news, Mom cut me off mid-sentence. "Honey, that's great," she'd said, "but Emma's going through something. Full story video added in below."